So let's go to, so you went to college. Did you consider any other colleges, or was McGill?
No, I didn't consider any others. I didn't want to go to any others.
Did a lot of your friends go there?
Yes, and a lot of new ones. We had a gang of girls in college that just had the best time. We went off to each other's summer places together, and one of them was in the near Kingston, Ontario, where the Henrys had a beautiful estate, a tennis court, swimming pool, everything. And we spent almost all summer there, several summers. About 2 miles away was Royal Military College, RMC, where the cadets practiced during the summer. And so we always had boyfriends at RMC. I had several. And Betty, Henry married one of them, B. Rowland. They met each other up there in Gananoque and never looked at another soul.
In where? Gananoque?
Ontario, yeah.
What were your bathing suits like?
One piece. But not, no, I don't know. Just one piece bathing suits. They weren't skirts, if that's what you mean, with flounces and socks and shoes.
Yeah.
They were like you might wear if you went to the Y and they gave you a suit to wear.
So you, what subjects did you take, and what did you like about them in college?
Where?
In college.
I know the one I didn't like.
What was that?
Chemistry. I failed it. And I was going to have to take my year over. I went 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
But in the meantime, I met your father and decided I'd be a lot better off. My father decided the same thing, considering the expense, to go to a secretarial school. So I went to the Mother House, which was a Catholic, run by nuns, who were the best businesswomen I ever knew before or since. And I took a business course, bilingual, French and English. A medical secretarial course, which stood me in good stead all the rest of my life. I used it forever. Whenever we needed me to go to work, I could get a job in a minute. So that was, and at the end of, that was a 2-year course. At the end of those 2 years, my husband, my husband-to-be, whom I had met at McGill because he was a medical student there, and I got married. He came from Virginia.
Yeah, tell us about your first meeting.
Well, that was a kick. My first meeting of him was on a ski train going up to the Laurentians on my second year of college. We went every single weekend all winter. We had 20 girls who rented a house up in the mountains, an old farmhouse with cracks in the walls, and the cold would come in, and it was wonderful. It was $120. So I think what's that, $12 a piece for the winter? And we'd get up there and chop wood and start the fireplace, and it would be cozy and warm in about 2 minutes. Everybody would get on the ski train with the wicker seats that went back and forth. And behind each seat were ski racks for your skis. You'd get on, you'd stand your skis up. People were waxing their skis. People had their boots and their outfits on. So the minute the train got up in the Laurentians at your stop, you grabbed your skis and got off and skied about another 5 miles to our house. But there were boys' houses all around us. Oh, we had a ball all winter long. And that would be on Friday after our last class. Friday night and Saturday night, we'd spend the whole time at the local pub singing ski songs, drinking beer, and just having a good time. We'd sing all the way back to the boys would conduct us home on our skis and stay half the time for a couple of hours. And then we'd get up the next day, do the same thing. And when it was time to go home, you'd be way up on the mountain somewhere and you'd hear the train coming up the mountain. It went toot toot, toot toot, and you said, time to get yourself organized. And we would scoot down the mountain and grab our stuff, and by the time we got to the train station, we were exhausted. But it was wonderful fun. Okay, I met my husband on one of those trips.